ServiceNow is a popular platform for a variety of IT management areas. Throughout the last few years, we've been asked over and over about a connector between ServiceNow and PPM, as there's a large number of use cases for which a connector simply makes a lot of sense. Perhaps you might want to leverage PPM for time submission of items managed in ServiceNow. With PPM's robust workflow engine, it might make sense to manage specific processes in PPM rather than in ServiceNow, such as for proposals. On the flip side, you can leverage ServiceNow and its UI for its strong point, for example, incident management. As the leaders in the PPM add-on space in general, and PPM integrations in particular, PPMetrics is proud to introduce the Servicenow Connector, or SNC for short, for PPM. This tool allows for bidirectional data exchange of almost any type of PPM and ServiceNow data. The transfer of data is flexible and can be scheduled according to customer needs. At the heart of the SNC is something we call the data mapping. For those of you familiar with PPM and our SharePoint Connector tool, this should look very familiar. This is a custom PPM request type that we've configured to look like a wizard that defines how a group of data fields should be interchanged from one system to another. Each data mapping is meant to represent one use case, and admins can create as many specific relationships as needed, and even multiple ServiceNow instances are supported. All this without having to do anything from the back end. Now let's go ahead and take a closer look at our sample data mapping. This is a data mapping that can be used to define a relationship between a PPM request type and a ServiceNow table. We can see here our very first step is to define the instance of ServiceNow that we should be working with. So in this example, we're working with the demo environment. Now we're actually going to step 2, specifying our source and destination systems. So in our demo, we're going to use ServiceNow as our source, and the destination system is PPM. Step number 3 is to define our source and destination objects. So i.e., we're going to define which PPM request type and which ServiceNow table should be linked. So on the PPM side, we're going to use PFM proposal, and on the ServiceNow side, we're going to use the idea table. Next, we need to set up exactly which data is to be interchanged. So these are the fields on a request type in PPM. And on this column here, we're defining equivalents on the ServiceNow table or the ServiceNow items. Lastly, we can add some custom filters in section number 5. So we're adding some custom filters to restrict only items that meet certain criteria to be exchanged with PPM. For demo purposes, we'll import 10 ideas only, although the SNC supports any number of records. Before I initiate the data exchange, let's check out the state of the data in both systems. So I'll pop over here to our ServiceNow, and we can take a look at all the IDs we currently have in the system. So it's definitely more than 10, but we're going to export 10 of these to PPM for our demo. The premise of our use case is that users are using ServiceNow as a suggestion box and capturing ideas. Some of these ideas will have merit and should follow a formal and robust vetting process that's been automated in PPM. We want these ideas to spawn PPM proposals. I'll jump over to PPM now to verify what the current proposal queue in PPM looks like. So we have a portlet set up with some proposals, and right now we don't have any proposal data just yet. So now let's run the data exchange program, which has been set up as a custom PPM report type. So go to the next tab and submit our custom report. I've already selected report and information has been filled in. Since we're leveraging standard PPM reporting capabilities, we use established business rules to determine when data gets exchanged, whether that be instantaneously or by defined schedule. So let me go ahead and submit the report. The connector's code is efficient, and now locating all the data mappings that have to be processed and finds matching records which have yet to be processed, and it's going to import and export them and then log the transaction. So here are my results. I'll go ahead and click on one of the PPM request IDs that got generated, and it takes me to proposal 42413. So these are the details of my newly created proposal with the information that got transferred from ServiceNow. So let me just go ahead and close that and go back to my original demo dashboard and reload. Okay, so here are all the new proposals that I created can be now managed in PPM. As I mentioned, now we have 10 proposals. Let me go ahead and summarize the SNC features. Almost any type of PPM ServiceNow data can be synchronized. This includes PPM requests to ServiceNow tables. This also means standard fields, and custom queries are supported. You can have as many user-defined data mappings as you like, meaning you can create as many specific relationships as required. The data transfer can be flexibly scheduled, and multiple ServiceNow instances can be handled. The SNC has a very clean and safe solution architecture in general. All the installation is done on the PPM side. No ServiceNow changes are required. Installation takes about a day. This also includes starter data mappings. The SNC makes sure to utilize all PPM and ServiceNow interface for all its updates, so there are zero customizations or introductions of any new technologies. Thank you for watching this demo. If you would like more information about the SNC, please email info@ppmetrics.com and be sure to visit our website www.ppmetrics.com.